Hi everyone, this is Please Don't Kill Us. We are a D&D live play YouTube channel that usually live streams, but today we are testing out whether or not AI can run a complete one-shot adventure for us. We are using ChatGPT, which is that viral AI that has gone completely off the rails and everyone's using it for everything. We're going to be testing if it can actually run a adventure for these folks. We only know the characters, which are also made by AI. I don't know any of the hooks. I don't know how the party knows each other. I don't know. I don't have any combat encounters set up. I don't really know much of anything.
Insanity. We are in this together, so we're sort of figuring it out as you are.
And here's the secret that the Stooges in corporate don't want you to know, is that we're filming this in the future. We've already done it, and we have mixed feelings about it. Not a bit of that.
You know what else they don't want you to know?
Tell us.
Hollywood ain't all enemies. We're friends. It's a Saturday night in New York City, and we just love D&D and want to just try a new angle at it.
But we also want to know what you think, because it could be a really cool tool for anybody to use. But we're curious to know how it fits in with your D&D vibe.
Please don't kill us!
Hello everyone, and welcome to PDKU! I am your dungeon master, kind of, Jack,
Yes.
and today we are putting AI to the test by running a one-shot adventure completely DM'd, kind of, by AI. I will be here to type in the questions. I will read the responses that the AI gives me, and fill in the story as necessary with my own little improvisations as well, but we're really going to try to have AI do the heavy lifting. We recognize that AI has its limitations, however, and so if some things aren't quite right, we do have a special rule. Macy, do you want to tell about the special rule
What is the special
that
rule?
we have in store for this game?
I would love to. So everyone gets a veto. As if we were on the X Factor. You know, the show with the big X.
Yeah, totally.
Everyone gets an X.
Okay.
So if Jack is asking AI something live, and you think
We don't like it.
that's a no. If you think
Okay.
you can throw up your
Yeah.
and Jack will ask it again. You only get one X.
Okay.
You get one X, so use it wisely. Okay, so we
Okay.
get 4 X's. If 4 X's are up on the board, we're gonna stop.
We already have crafted our characters. We did ask AI for help. Do you guys want to have a little discussion about how that went, what was good, maybe what was bad, and talk to us about AI so far for just the pre-adventure?
Totally.
Absolutely.
I had a really good experience with it. I had been kind of talking to Jack about using this software, using ChatGPT, and kind of learning what kind of questions to ask. I did learn that like certain questions are really fruitful, and then some questions, ChatGPT is like, it's up to you to decide. Really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Class.
it top to bottom gave me a character. It was like name,
Yeah.
race, class, age, physical description, backstory, character traits, like stats. I was like, let's go. And then I went back later trying to ask it more questions, and it was like, as a fictional character, really I don't have that answer, and it's up to you.
Yeah, I actually learned too, on that note, that I could teach it how to speak to me.
Yeah.
Like, I would say,
Yeah.
okay, wait. Don't tell me that you don't know.
Yeah.
Just choose.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
yes.
you decide.
And then
Yeah.
it would never tell me it again.
The only thing that frustrated me, like, I felt like I got a really good base character, and then I would, like, ask it for some different things. I'd be like, what is her deepest desire, or what is her deepest fear? And it kept giving me the same
Good questions,
thing,
by the way.
which was, like, kind of the same sense of, like, she cares about the ocean and its inhabitants.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
like, it would start,
Absolutely.
every single answer I gave, I'd be like, do they have a romance? And she'd be like, well, ultimately, she cares about the ocean and its
Yeah.
inhabitants.
What's your
I'd be like,
greatest fear? Not being in the ocean?
Yeah. With
taking
its
care
inhabitants.
of its inhabitants.
Yeah.
Catchphrases, I think, really fun and helpful. Don't know
Catchphrases
if
was
you guys
huge.
catchphrases,
Yeah.
but I'm excited to hear some catchphrases.
I didn't do catchphrase.
I think
Yeah.
something that, like, also if you ask it for humor, like, we'd be like, we want a humorous or ridiculous quirk, then it would come up with something exciting.
Every question I asked, it would say, sure! Exclamation point.
Eric, I know you had an interesting.
Oh yeah,
issue.
yeah. Very good at like personality things. Very good. But like as far as bad at numbers. I'm gonna say it. Bad at numbers. I said, give me my ability scores, and it said, your ability score is +3 +2 +5 equals +10, and it was completely wrong. And that's what I'm here to
the
say.
math was wrong.
Big
Yes.
X to the math.
My math was also wrong. It was, but the trick was that it said it so confidently.
Yes, right.
That it was like, well, as a level 5 turtle,
Yeah,
I mean, she's definitely gonna have a +5 Arcana check, and I'm like,
the recent
from what?
publication
Like,
of Tasha's Cauldron of
Holy
Everything.
shit, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I was
did
like,
end up
wait.
changing my strength through charisma stats because it was like you're gonna want the highest in absolutely the wrong one because of she likes it that way.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, so
Yeah.
I kept the same numbers, but I changed it around because I was like,
Cool.
I'm gonna die when we step outside.
You're gonna want a 16 in Ocean and its inhabitants.
We're rolling with what the AI has said. Obviously, we totally know that in a real scenario, if you're using AI, you're not going to rely on it this heavily, but as an experiment, that's what we're doing today. We told it that we wanted a story about water because we decided we wanted a story about water, and it gave me a 1-paragraph summary about what we can expect. Originally, it gave us a different story, and then it forgot about that. So now we have a completely new story. I can tell you guys that the first story that it had come up with was the story of Atlantis.
Really?
Yes, but we're no longer playing the story of Atlantis.
Fun.
I then fed AI with the character descriptions, with their histories, fears, etc. So hopefully those will fold into the story using ChatGPT. What I don't know is anything about the world, anyone's name, any of the characters, any of the town names. I have no combat encounters done.
Amazing.
So I'm completely relying on AI in the moment to make these calls.
Thrilling.
I have no idea how the party members know each other. I have no idea how the hook of the story is going to go. So I figure that's where we will probably start with our adventures, asking AI how the party knows each other and how we're going to get the hook. So I think unless anyone else has anything to say, we all ready?
I'm ready.
Do
Let's
it.
make waves.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's make waves.
Give me a monologue to place our characters and tell
Maybe.
us how.
Oh, how long?
5 paragraphs?
No,
essay.
how long the monologue?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. Welcome, brave adventurers. You have all been brought together by fate to embark on a dangerous and important quest. Woa, the sorcerer turtle,
Whoa.
who is known as the Puppet Master among the necromancer community and is on the run from the Order of the Pure, a cult that hunts necromancers. Woa comes from the Crypt of Shadows, an underground graveyard beneath the Shalewood Forest, but has been hiding in a small coastal town of Havenshire, where you all met. Aquamarine,
Havenshire is where I met.
That's me.
the druid Merfolk, who has always felt a deep connection with the ocean.
And its inhabitants, let me just say.
Yeah, what about its inhabitants?
Oh my God.
Come
Yeah,
on.
don't forget about it.
Growing up in an underwater kingdom, Aquamarine learned the ways of nature and the creatures that call the sea home. As a druid, Aquamarine uses her powers to protect the ocean and its inhabitants from harm. Nessa, the siren Triton, who is a charismatic Triton bard with a love of adventure and a desire to help others. She has spent most of her life in the ocean and has developed a strong connection to the creatures that live there. Iguanilda, the sorcerer lizard folk, who is fiercely independent and doesn't take kindly to being told what to do. She has a chip on her shoulder due to a past betrayal and is always looking to prove herself. She's fiercely protective of her friends and allies.
T.
You all met in Havenshire, where you were each pursuing your own goals. But when you heard of the drought that was plaguing the town, and the rumor of an ancient underwater ruin that might hold the key to solving the problem,
my God.
you knew you had to act.
The problem.
The problem.
The drought. The drought.
You banded together, united by the common goal and desire to help the people of Havenshire. You all have a strong sense of camaraderie, and you all look out for each other.
Thank God.
But Woa and Aquamarine have a particular bond. as they share a love for the sea and its creatures.
And its
And Woa
inhabitants.
is grateful for Aquamarine's protection, as she fears the Order of the Pure. Nessa and Iguanilda may have some initial tension, as they are both fiercely independent and may have some difficulty trusting each other. But as you face challenges and dangers together, you will come to rely on each other and trust one another completely. Are you ready to brave the unknown and save the town of Havenshire?
Oh
Yes,
my god.
mate.
Literally,
Waves.
yes.
Let's
I've never
make
been more ready.
waves.
That's what it says?
Yes.
I
Make
cannot
waves.
believe it made that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If
I
that
have
is...
to get my catchphrases
Oh my god.
out.
Okay.
It
So
stole my catchphrase.
now I think I'm going to ask, what is the hook of the adventure?
Yeah.
Love that.
All right, here we go. All right,
Rita
so
is
I'm
with
going to take some liberties
Yeah,
and
sure.
of course.
just throw us in.
Do some
And
editing.
part of it will be its description, and the monologue I'll give that, but I'm going to take some liberties here.
Yeah.
Welcome to Havenshire, brave adventurers. I am Mayor Edison, and I have come to you with a grave matter that requires your help. Our town is currently going through a severe drought, causing crops to fail, wells to dry up, and the villagers are suffering. We have tried everything, but nothing seems to work. We have heard rumors of an ancient underwater ruin that might hold the key to solving the problem. You need to investigate the cause of the drought and find the solution. We are willing to pay handsomely for your help. We are a small town, but we are a proud one, and we will do everything in order to protect our people. Are you willing to help us in this dire time of need?
Mayor Edison, how handsomely are you willing to pay?
Well, and what's your name, little missy?
Oh, it's Woa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And where are we? Are we in like a town hall kind of vibe?
Yeah, you find yourself in a town hall. You made your way here, in the town. On the way here, you walked through Havenshire and you picked up a sense of what's going on. So you saw that Havenshire is a small, picturesque coastal town, nestled between towering cliffs and the sparkling sea. The town is known for its fishing industry, so you may have seen along the way and smelled some fisheries, and is surrounded by lush farmland. The streets on the way to this town hall are lined with charming cottages and shops, and the town square is dominated by a large statue of a mermaid.
Oh, me.
Oh.
Yes. The town is surrounded by a high wall that serves to protect against high tides and coastal storms. The wall
nice.
also serves to protect the town from dangers that lurk in the sea. The town is currently, you can tell, is going through a severe drought. So the lush farmland that you see around is actually dry. The soil is dry. The crops are dying. The wells are drying up. And you do see from the villagers that they are suffering. Well, little missy, we will give you 100,000 gold each.
What?
And
Wow.
we will put you on the highest court of our town, and you will see that your generations to come will be recognized as a hero until the end of time.
Oh my god. I don't know about you guys, but I've gotta have that.
Nessa says in a voice that is naturally melodic with a clear and soothing tone. Well, one of my greatest desires is recognition and respect, so I'll serenade my way out of any situation.
Well, I am glad to hear that.
I get out my tiny harp and I play a little bit.
I put my arm across of Woa's shoulders. Will you talk a little bit about what you look like?
Yeah, so you see Woa, she is a 6 foot tall turtle, big turtle woman. She has purple robes and leaves sort of growing on her staff that she has. and she has these two, what she calls, and the AI gave me this, shell walkers, which are shells that are on my feet. They're two boots that are made of shells.
Shell walkers.
I have my, AI gave me this, the staff of the herbalist.
Oh my god.
And, yes, and she has a necklace with a black rose on it.
I say, I may not have legs, but I have a kicking tail. And I kind of look up at you, and you see that I have long, light blue hair and light blue skin and large, I did say very large, expressive eyes. And a tail, and I've got gills on my arms, and then a tail that goes long. But I believe, because I am amphibious, that when I'm on land, it kind of separates into two.
Two tails? You
Stop.
Yeah.
That's Canada.
Starbucks.
Yeah, so I kind of just like
Not two
flop
tail
around.
legs. I'm dead.
Two tail legs. And I have an animal companion with me. I can't find it, but named Bubbles, who is an octopus. Just a small animal companion, and he is wearing, I would imagine, because of the air,
Climate, yeah.
the climate, kind of like a mask, a la Way of Water. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it, but kind of like to breathe the air, the human air.
Cool.
Wow. And is that a catchphrase that AI gave you too?
The first one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Say it again.
Same with yours? Wow. Oh my god.
I may not have legs, but I have a kicking tail.
Okay, Nessa the Siren has light blue skin that reflects my amphibious nature and my connection to the sea. I have blue eyes that give me a mysterious and alluring look fitting my siren name. And I have blonde hair that reflects my carefree and adventurous nature.
Totally. Wow.
Iguanilda is, and this fully from AI, that I am a lizard folk. I am a marine iguana. A marine iguana, where Iguanilda, the name, came from. So I am a green, AI gave me a green marine iguana with a chip on her shoulder. So I am that. And she is, this is really almost all from AI, wearing kind of a cool black leather outfit, just absolutely too cool for school. Has a trident, has yellow eyes, which AI really went on a whole diatribe about having to do with her disgruntled past.
You all ended up in the same tavern, where you overheard the rumors of the drought and the ancient underwater ruin. You all felt compelled to help, and quickly realized that you could accomplish more by working together. You decided to form a party and set out to investigate the cause of the drought and find a solution, in which you sought out the mayor, and went into the town hall where you are now.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I would like to help the ocean and its inhabitants. And so what I think is that possibly we should go underneath the water if you are all amenable to
I
that.
agree, though I would say I know you can breathe underwater, and you, of course, can breathe underwater.
I can't too.
What about you?
I'm
You can.
I'm a marine iguana, so yeah. I'm good
Oh,
to
I
go.
didn't know they made those.
I'm good to go.
Who made those? You mean
God.
God?
Well, I mean, I think, for 15 minutes, I'm good to go.
Oh, 15 minutes. That's very cute.
All right. Well, I mean, okay, you can't breathe underwater at all, so.
Perhaps we have something to help you with such a thing. Perhaps we could sort of rent a, what do they call, that they float on the sea.
A boat?
We have it as
So I can
a
kinda head
home
back up.
base, and we dive
Right.
in, we dive out.
Do you know what? One time, I did a brief stint above land where I was the pet of a wonderful 7-year-old. Her family went on a cruise, and they did something that they called snuba diving. It's You don't have to have your scuba certification, but you can go down a lot deeper than. But you can go down a lot deeper than when you're snorkeling. Your oxygen sits on the top of the water, but then your hose goes down and you breathe. And I'm wondering if maybe we can find.
Are you crying, Equinilda?
We can find a
an emotional
snuba apparatus.
memory.
It's been a long time since I saw that spunky little 7-year-old.
Hey, Mayor Edison, does there happen to be a snuba equipment around?
Or perhaps any of these
Who has the snoobas?
cruise ships she talks about.
What about the snubas?
Oh my god. One moment.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but they're all around. And I need to get out of here.
Oh.
Okay.
Who is around?
Who's
I will
around?
protect you.
Who's
I know, you always do.
And my octopus goes gloom, 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 and goes over to you and kind of nuzzles. the
Oh,
shell.
you two bubbles.
Oh my god.
Now,
Well, it's funny you ask. We just opened a snuba diving place in Havenshire where we could provide you with equipment and training to breathe underwater
my God.
while exploring the ancient underwater ruin. Because we knew that this might come up.
Totally.
Is it free of charge?
Sounds like exactly what I need.
For you, anything. We do have in town a magical sorceress who might be able to help you with breathing underwater. With a sort of potion or spell of some sort. It's beyond me. I'm just the mayor. So the snuba place is open, and you can go straight there, as I mentioned. If you are interested in this sorceress, I just remembered where she could possibly be. It could be a multitude of places. You could search at the Wizard's Tower
Wizard's Tower?
Love that.
on the outskirts of town.
Okay. Oh, that's where I live.
Yeah, have you seen it?
Yes.
I thought the outskirts.
I've seen a tower.
Have I seen a tower?
Roll a history check.
Okay.
I forgot we could also
First
roll.
roll!
No.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, I can see how well
It's
I would.
4.
Despite this tower being the tallest building in all of Havenshire, you've never laid eyes on it.
I go straight into my home.
We know exactly where the ruins are, or are we just going to swim and look?
It's a good question. Unfortunately for you, I don't know exactly where they are, but I can give you some places to start. So number one,
Magic tower.
no. You might be interested in checking out the town library, where you could visit our local librarian, who is an absolute genius and knows the history of Havenshire better than anyone. And might be able to give you some information about the whereabouts of the ruins. You also might ask some of the locals for some lore.
Happy to return to the tavern. I have a way with people with my voice and my music, and I would be happy to speak with the locals.
I'll say it. I'm taking library.
I'm interested to go to the magic shop.
I
Personally.
am also interested in this magic shop. I say,
I'm-
I may be small, but I pack a big tidal wave. So perhaps.
Yeah.
So we are going. Do we have any sort of way of communicating? Or,
Nope.
okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I could yell. I could yell.
Yeah. Perhaps we agree to meet in 2 hours time at the Snoober shop. In case you did not know before, my family lives under the sea, and so I care deeply about the ocean and its inhabitants.
It just came to me. What might your family know some information
This is what I was curious about as well. I have
about
not
the other inhabitants?
talked to my father and mother, who do live under the sea, but perhaps they might know something about this ancient underwater ruin.
I have spent most of my life in the ocean, and I have developed a strong connection to the creatures that live there as well.
Well, that is good to know. It seems we all have deep
Yeah.
connection to the water.
And furthermore, Shell, yeah, let's fry some brains.
Very good.
I put my fin in the middle of
My light
a,
blue hand.
Put out my little webbed
Turtle foot.
iguana hand.
a beautiful colors of blue and green.
Shell,
yeah!
Let's make waves.
Let's make
Let's make
make
waves. It's AI thing, so
No,
I can
you
ask
need
her
it,
some
you need it.
catchphrases.
Please.
And what it sent back to me is, I'll navigate these waters like a boss.
Oh no!
I bet you will, Iguanilda. Okay, so as you leave the town hall, you do lay eyes on the town square. Everyone roll a perception check.
First roll for Macy.
13. I literally jumped out of my seat. I'm just like so excited to be in the table.
That's crazy.
21.
21.
Oh.
Oh my
11.
god, I feel incredible.
11.
I'm gonna make these waves. I'm gonna be a boss on these waves.
So as you leave the town hall, that's my best Carson door impression. You do see in front of you the town square, which is a large open area in Havenshire. It's bustling. It's a hub of activity where locals and travelers alike gather to socialize, trade goods, and hear news about the town. People are waiting outside, interested by this party, you all, who they have heard are interested in helping the town, because no one else in the town seems to be brave enough to do it, and those before you have never returned.
Oh shit!
So
we gotta ask about those guys.
Where did they go?
In the middle of the town square, you do see the large statue of a mermaid, which is a symbol of the town's connection to the sea. And so you all feel, even though you are not human like most of the people in this town, you all do feel pretty welcomed here, and almost like you are celebrities.
Do I recognize that mermaid as, part of my kin, my fam, history?
Firstly, roll a history check. I'll have you do that.
15.
Okay, cool. So, as a druid with a deep connection to the ocean and its
And
inhabitants,
I'll never get over it.
you do recognize that the mermaid statue in the town is a representation of the sea. You also have a personal connection to the statue, as it symbolizes your merfolk heritage and your connection to the ocean. You have a deep respect for the statue in a way that the others in town and even the others in your party don't seem to quite have, as it reminds you of home. But there's not a specific mer person that you recognize.
Yeah, I look up at the statue, kind of interrupting our walk a little bit, and I say, using one of my personality traits, is that sometimes I talk to creatures as if they were human. And I lean down to Bubbles and I say, you see that up there, Bubbles? That is our history.
Wow.
And I reach out and I
Loving
touch
Aquamarine.
the mermaid statue. A single tear rolls down. A salt tear.
That is our...
That is our history.
The minute I leave the courthouse, I see the bustling group, and I immediately say, "Holy shit!" and I start to run
Oh
to the library. I can't be around this many people. I'm on the run.
All right.
Right.
Yes. You do that.
Do I notice anybody from the Order of the Pure?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. Oof, 4.
No. You don't see anyone.
Thank God.
In fact, you don't really place the faces of anyone at all. Iguanilda.
Yeah.
With your natural 20,
Oh, wow.
while you're staying next to Aquamarine, and while she's having this moment, you are looking at the statue, but not exactly up at it. You're actually looking at the surrounding area. And you do notice that beneath the statue, you notice a deeper cut in some of the stone. There is a seal, very faint, on the stone, that looks like a wave.
Aqua.
Yes.
Aqua.
Uh-huh.
After a couple of tries. Aqua. I got something over here, I think.
Okay. And
And I explain.
wipe
I
my
catch her up.
face.
Her, right? What's everyone's pronouns?
All girls.
All girls.
The only boy in PDKU history is Jordan's Prospero. It is women vibes.
I say, Bubbles, checks his brick and takes one of his tentacles and just slaps it.
Obsessed.
Is Bubbles
An
wet?
octopus?
Wet?
Oh.
I'd say he's perpetually wet. He's like
Yeah.
a slimy
Slime.
dude.
Keep him wet.
You start to hear.
Holy shit.
My God.
Are you able to send a message to our friends? Is that something you can do? I would have
No,
sprinted.
but I say in a like kind of a booming voice, and I say, "Protectors of the sea,
Holy shit.
come to this statue."
Do a
How loud
performance
I am?
check. Do a performance check.
I don't know how. That's my intention, is to be kind of booming.
You can boom your
13.
voice.
You do a perception check.
Okay. 15?
Let's go.
It is hard to hear all the way back at the town square, given that you immediately bolted. However, you do hear a bit of just ruckus going on over there. You don't really exactly hear what's going on, but you hear a yell from Aquamarine.
From Aquamarine particularly?
Yeah, you hear her voice.
My French accent.
Right. I'm running and I can't run very fast. I have a thing called slow and steady or something like that, which means I can go incredibly long, but I don't move very fast. And I'm running and I sort of turn around and I say, "Oh my God, it's horror Aquamarine." And I'm gonna try to sneak back, not being seen.
Yeah, roll a stealth check.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I'm going to cast
I got 3 on that
Prestidigitation.
stealth.
Okay.
I'm casting Prestidigitation, and I don't know what's going on since that happened. I don't know if we're being moved, but really quickly, I'm a little alert. I'm casting Prestidigitation and writing a little note on the side, small, on the side of the statue that says, "Let's get wet and wild," with a little arrow down.
Okay. Well, on your way back, you, for all intents and purposes, you are completely hidden. You have never been so sure in your life that no one has ever seen you before. Your purple cloak is an invisibility cloak in this moment. Your green skin is gone. It's not there.
I do a little roll into the town square and I go,
Yes. Yes. People around you are looking and staring at you, but you don't notice.
yeah, I say, "Fools!"
Loudly.
Yeah. Fools!
Fools. Aquamarine. You start to feel steam come out of these cracks in the floor near the statue. But it's not quite movable yet. You get the sense, though, that you are doing something right. Where are you?
I went to the tavern.
Okay.
As soon as I entered the tavern, I
What?
slammed the door open and I said, "I sing, therefore I conquer."
Okay. As you walk in, the few patrons that are there during around noon do look at you strangely, but they do recall the beautiful songs that you have played there. Nights and nights in a row.
I get up on
They're
the
in
stage and I say, "Oh, make sure you're singing my tune," and I pull out my tiny harp and I begin to play.
Okay.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
As you begin to play, the patrons start to talk a little bit louder. They are paying attention somewhat, but they are mid-conversation, so they are starting to just talk amongst themselves. They're laughing. There's drinking going on. You do notice that it's dimly lit, and on the walls there are maps, there are weapons, trinkets. Who you do know as the bartender, of course. You also see the town guard captain, who is on his break. You see a few other adventurers who you aren't familiar with, and you do see the town historian who works at the library.
Whoa. Okay. I make direct eye contact with the historian, and I say, "I'll charm the pants off of you, figuratively speaking." Give a wink, and then
You don't have a single line
I know,
that isn't AI
set
given.
up
I'm
for
prepared.
you.
I have a
Genius.
script.
It's genius.
And can I make a performance check? Can I sing a song?
Please.
I'm a skilled singer, and I have a great range, able to hit high notes with ease and hold long notes with control.
Do it.
That's gonna be a 19.
Wow.
And the song is about... I want information about the ruins and the travelers who went there before.
As you got up there, the people started to sort of ignore you, but as you, with your first strum of your harp and the first note that you hit, which is a high C sharp, everyone is completely enamored, and they sit and listen to your story. And you do see that the town historian, who was near the back of the bar, does inch closer to hear you. He is a very old man, and he needs to get a better ear on what you're saying.
I finish my song, and I look down at the historian, and I say, "I'm not just a bard, I'm a siren." And then I get off the stage, and I sit with the historian.
I knew you were a siren. The second I listened to you, I've been here every night, have you noticed?
Oh, I always notice you.
I've been meaning to speak with you. I just, as a fan, it's sometimes hard to know when to approach.
Oh, and I toss back my carefree and adventurous blonde hair. Any time will do.
Yeah, do a charisma check.
Amazing.
This
Can I
Nessa
make a
Philippa bag
persuasion?
romance.
Can I make it a persuasion?
Yes, sure.
18.
Okay. You see a flicker in this historian's eye. While he hasn't, you get the sense he's very old and probably hasn't had a love in a while. He's not wearing a ring on his finger.
Nor am I.
And, noted. He does give a little, bite of the lip, and you see, the white hairs of his beard and mustache,
I don't know for sure about that.
sort of move around his very small
I'm
lips.
25 years old.
Ooh, very small.
Yeah, 25. I know. So I was like, how old are you? Like,
I can't help but hear, if my hearing is still as it once was, that you are an adventurer and looking for some information.
I'm not just singing for fun. I'm singing for survival.
I can tell you that there are some stories.
I sang this song specifically to learn more from you. I've seen you. I've asked about you. I learned who you were. Let's make some beautiful noise.
Well, you don't have to tell me twice. Here's what I'll tell you. The ruins of Havenshire were built by a powerful and advanced civilization that worshipped water elementals and sea gods. They believed that by building the ruins, they could appease the sea gods and gain their favor. The ruins were once a place of worship, and there are still holy artifacts and relics hidden in the ruins. These artifacts are said to have great power, and could be used to control the water. This is, of course, just hearsay. No one who is alive today has seen such a ruin, and those who have tried, many have died in search of it along the rocky waters along the coast.
I wasn't going to ask, but let's make waves. What happened to them?
I have heard that some of the old adventurers died of the curse the Havenshire Ruins Curse.
Okay.
Which,
Straightforward.
Those who try to enter the ruins and do not have deep respect for the water will be cursed, and if they ever do find the entrance, it will be flooded immediately, and all those who enter will never find a way out.
You said.
Alright.
I don't want to die in a flood.
There's
I
no
think
curse.
that Iguanilda is trying to enter, and I don't want to die in a flood.
All of that is no longer true. You instead hear
And my ex is X'd out.
That was so thrilling.
I don't want to die in a flood.
Great X.
I can't breathe underwater. I gotta look out for
true.
me.
Yeah.
So
I hear
true.
that.
Very important. Ignilda.
So you ask your little friend?
You go
Luckily,
back.
it gave me many options. Here's what you hear instead. There is speculation that there's an order of evil cultists
Here we
who
go.
are
Here we go.
Good for
After-
Ignilda. Bad for Lola.
who are interested in getting into said ruins.
You got that
As I
X-ray.
mentioned, there are artifacts in the ruins that are of prized possessions to those who may practice magic. Old magic that, given the proper hands, could completely change the tides of the fabric of our world. No pun intended.
I like that.
And anyone who gets in their way of trying to get into the ruins first will be dealt with.
Insight check on the historian. Are you a cultist?
I like
an
how they're
awful lot about the gold.
Yes, I like how
Uh-huh.
they're evil cultists, but they're just trying to kill necromancers. Like, they're like, just me? A little necromancer?
The puppet master. They're trying to kill the puppet master.
They're evil.
Yeah, literally.
You look deeply into the eyes of this historian, and you, with the twinkle in his eye, you think you can see exactly who he is.
Oh.
And you do not believe that he is a threat. You get the sense that he's lived here for a long, long time, and the drought has only been a problem for the past several months.
Gotcha.
So you don't get the sense that he is a threat.
The 19, is he into me?
Is he into you?
Epic. Yeah, I'm not going to even type that in.
Okay.
He's into you.
Clear.
I put my hands in his hands,
Okay.
and then I wrench it away, and I stand up, and I say, I'm going to go get my friends. We're going to go down to the ruins, because it's not just a song. It's a weapon. I turn away, and I walk out the tavern.
Do you have to pass the town square to get to the snooba shop?
I actually know that you do, yes.
Oh, hey! So I walk through town
Interesting.
square.
Lay it.
And I have answers about bubbles whenever you're ready.
Please.
So it gave me a few different options, and I asked it to pick one, and it did say that bubbles is essentially communicates through a combination of physical cues and basic commands.
Uh-huh.
So similar to a pet. Might nudge my hand, might make a specific noise such as a whine or bark. Bubbles might use body language such as wagging his tail
A bow wow
Okay.
or
wow.
bowing his head to indicate his excitement. Has Woa joined us? Have you joined us at this point?
Yeah, I sneak in. I sneak in. You hear me sort of loudly saying, "Fools!" As I think everyone hasn't seen me, and I walk over to you and say, "I'm here, just so you know."
I say, Bubbles, off.
Okay, Bubbles takes his tentacle off of the sigil, and you do see that incredibly quickly it gets very dry.
I take out my spray bottle that I use to spray down bubbles, and then I put a few squirts onto the brick.
You spray this large stone piece in front of the statue. And as you spray, you do notice
some other sigils start to appear when wet.
Oh.
You roll a perception check.
Fun! It's a puzzle.
No!
I'm gonna say it. So when?
Natural 1.
But 19 is right next to it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you start spraying this. You do notice that things are popping up, sigils are popping up. You can't really miss that, given that you're looking directly at the stone. But you don't see what they are, and immediately, just a few seconds after spraying, they disappear,
Spray it again,
and it goes
spray it
into
again.
steam.
Well, spray it again.
Okay.
And keep spraying it. I'll look while you spray. I'm looking.
Alright, so you're spraying again. This time, you roll a perception check with advantage for your help.
12. Those are tricky.
Dirty 20, so.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. So as Aquamarine is spraying, you, interestingly, being maybe the least familiar with the ways of the water, you actually do notice these sigils, and in your mind, you clock them right before they go tss again, and it disappears. But you notice the following. You notice a trident, waves, which you had seen initially already, because that is the most worn in and the deepest, a turtle, a mermaid, and a kraken.
Well, that seems like our party, right?
It's giving our party. Well, no, we're 4.
You're Kraken.
I'm
Turtle.
Trident.
You're a mermaid.
Wait.
I'm Trident. Unless
you're also-
Oh, he's
I'm-
also Trident. She.
Kraken. Are you Kraken, maybe?
No, no one's cracking.
I don't know if it's our party.
I'm gonna call it my Trident and try to
Jam it in that
push
shaft.
it down with my Trident. Yeah,
I'll do
see if
the
anything
same.
happens.
Awesome.
Push you down onto it.
Yeah.
Onto what?
Oh, because you're a turtle.
So I'm going
Get
to
close to
pour,
that.
pour water out of my flagon and cast shaped water to make a wave happen on it.
And I'm a mermaid.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you are touching the trident, and as you place your trident there, you notice a lovely vibrational
Oh.
feeling within you.
Ooh.
Press
on a little harder.
Woa, as you place your hand on the turtle, you feel the same feeling. Aquamarine, on the mermaid sigil, you feel at peace, and like this is made for you. Nessa, you make waves, you don't feel anything.
Oh.
You're the Kraken.
Wait.
You're the Kraken, bitch.
Okay, I lick my finger and put it in the Kraken.
I give you guidance. Can I do
How does
that?
that work?
Yeah.
How does guidance work?
I'm pretty sure I give you.
Can't do that with me at the table if you want me to.
D4.
What's happening?
I give you a D4.
The way she looked at her page, she said,
You get +2. You get +2.
Okay, so that's a 9.
Okay, cool. You place your finger in the spot of the Kraken, and you don't feel anything.
What about the waves? The waves.
Sorry.
Waves.
Sustained eye contact.
Waves.
Waves.
You
Water.
strike me as a Kraken.
Waves, you're feeling it.
Let's go.
Who's the Kraken?
the octopus!
Oh! I say Pebbles! Aki!
He places his little tentacle. You hear nothing. Nearly everything around you goes completely silent. And you feel, as you lift your hands off of this stone, it comes up with you, hinges up. Make a perception check.
Ooh, natural 20.
All right.
Go.
Nice.
10.
14.
Ooh,
3.
natural 2.
Oh, nat 2, dirty 3.
Whoa. You notice around you that no one seems to see what's going on. No one has noticed that the statue in the middle of the town square has led to a secret door. You don't hear anything. You don't notice anyone looking at you. while the rest of you notice the following through the door. A dark, narrow tunnel that leads into the depths of the earth. The walls of the tunnel are made of rough stone, and they are damp and slippery to the touch.
Perfect.
That's really all you see.
I'm gonna cast light.
Nice.
I turn around and see everybody. Are they frozen, or are they just they can't see us?
They're just going about their day, trading, blacksmith hitting. You can't hear them, but it looks like a regular day in the town square.
Yeah, I say, bye, losers. And I start walking down.
So before we go any further, I have to tell you, I spoke to the town historian, and I learned some things about the old civilization beneath our feet. It was made by people who worshipped elementals and sea gods, and stored all sorts of artifacts and magical items. And then he told me about the people who went down here before. He said that they died of a curse. But then he backtracked and he said, never mind. Cultists probably killed them.
Wait. Oh, stop. Okay, stop. You said cultists.
Yes, he said that there were cultists that could be anywhere. There could be any one of us, anyone around you at any time.
Fuck shit!
What's wrong, Loa?
I'm running from cultists. They're called the Order of, the Pure. And I wonder if they're also down there.
I am the ocean's protector, and it's my job to make sure you don't get lost at sea.
Oh, thank you. I, feel that from you.
Perhaps we should go forward, but let's be quiet. Let's be small as possible.
I try to sneak my way down the wall.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check.
4.
Awesome.
Awesome.
19.
17.
Blow
It's
my
gonna
nose
be a
all
7.
It's good luck.
A dry.
Not the lips! Not wiping the lips from the snot!
Whoa, again, hood up, shimmying against the walls. You are a gigantic turtle, but you feel tiny. Everyone else also doing the same, trying to keep a low profile. You come up to a large chamber. You successfully pass through the hallway. Nothing of note except for many footprints along the way.
Hey! I know that we're pretty well hidden, but I think I might need to do something a little extra. And I cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Oh. So there's like a larger chamber at the end of the hall.
Yes. As you enter the larger chamber, you notice that it is dimly lit, but enough for you to see around. You do notice that the entire chamber is made of stone and covered in many of the ancient carvings depicting scenes of battles and rituals and religious figures. The floor is slippery with moss and slime. The chamber breaks off into several different passageways leading in different directions, one in each way. You have one that goes directly in front of you, one to your left, and one to your right. Roll a perception check.
19.
3.
5.
10.
You are all...
Wait, no, 14.
Nessa, Aquamarine, and Iguanilda, you are all still enamored just by the fact that you are in such a place. You have never seen a place seemingly so old. Woa, your eyes immediately meet the largest inscription and carving in the room, which has been etched out with tools, and instead, next to it, there is a large winged hourglass.
Whoa.
You guys don't see because I'm invisible.
Right.
But you start to hear weeping.
Oh.
Well,
Loa?
I knew it.
Loa?
well, wow.
They're here. They're here.
The cult?
The Order of the Pure.
How do you know, Wawa?
The hourglass. The hourglass with the wings. It's the order of the pure. It's their symbol. And they're against my order. And I sort of hold up my necklace, the black rose.
We can't see you, Roa.
Ah,
It sounds like you're trying to show us something. Just
I'm
remind me.
holding up a black rose. Now that's the symbol of the, of course,
Of course.
Of course, you know it well.
And you would never forget it.
The crypt of the shadows.
Right.
Where I come from, and this is not good. I'm walking into the lion's den here.
Well, if you are truly committed to protecting the sea,
And its inhabitants, I am.
and of course, its inhabitants, then it is your duty to face your fears. With the help of your friends, of course. But together, let's make a current plan.
You always know what to say. Shall ya? Let's fry some. Yeah, baby! Now, who are we splitting up, or?
No. I think we should stay
always.
together.
No, we stay together.
I asked Bubbles because he's got keen sense, which I just asked the AI for
Let's
Bubbles
fucking go.
stats, to sniff out each of the passageways and to kind of give me a bark at, you know, which one he thinks is the right way to go.
Okay.
Boof.
He's keen sense.
Ready for bubbles!
Okay.
Go, left!
So Bubbles heads down the left first. He comes back, and he
So down there.
Bark, more like a foghorn. Yeah.
do they bark? I mean, like they
Bubbles
beat.
barks.
The AI told me that he barks in
Oh.
lines.
He's barking.
And then
Okay.
he has a tail.
It's
And
just
just
a tail.
wags his.
He goes down the one straight ahead, and he goes, whoa, whoa,
Oh! We are not going that
and
way.
puts two tentacles up.
I say,
Go.
well, that's one way to make a splash.
Then he goes down passageway 3, and he goes,
I say, well, clearly Bubbles has told us which way to go.
Really? I have had trouble deciphering it.
Well, I know Bubbles intimately, and what
Left?
I understand is that forward is the way. What I think is that Bubbles has been most awestruck by the way to the right, and the way to the left, Bubbles has been a little frightened.
It was the third way, wasn't it?
And the third way, Bubbles seemed unsure and bordering on neutral.
It's the third room,
Awestruck
the
and-
awestruck.
Third
Perhaps
way.
a little
awestruck.
nervous, but isn't every great adventure a little nerve-wracking?
That's what I'm saying.
I would also like to say, I'm not just a fish, I'm a mermaid. And that's
Oh.
mermaidly different.
Mermaidly different.
I don't understand.
What language is that?
Exactly.
What you just said.
What
Well,
language is that, would you say?
I would say that.
Aquan.
Aquan.
Well, I speak Aquan.
It's
and
a
that wasn't
saying.
Aquan.
That's not the Aquan style joke.
It is not a joke.
Your
it's
Aquan
the truth.
teacher maybe didn't grow up in that community.
So right it is. I'm invisible. You're just hearing me.
I reach out for your invisible hand. I feel until I like whack something solid.
Oh, there it is.
There you are. And
I'll
I
take
grab
your-
your. I have a question, and that's, do I notice any tension between the two of you?
Yeah, and I would like to ask, do me and Aquamarine know why they have tension?
Yeah.
Oh my god, maybe they're
Roll-
sexual lovers.
Roll a
Sexual
charisma check, both of you.
Can I do insight?
Sure.
16.
Okay.
8.
During a drunken night, one of them told you that in this prior adventure, they did have a disagreement where Nessa and Iguanilda disagreed on how to handle a situation, with Nessa advocating for seeking help and allies, while Iguanilda insisted on handling it alone.
Interesting.
This disagreement led to a lot of tension between the two. Iguanilda felt that Nessa was not taking the mission seriously, and Nessa felt that Iguanilda was not willing to trust or work with others.
What was the mission? Do you remember what the mission was?
I was fucking the town historian in that town.
You have a certain way with the town historian.
So,
Oh.
as you make your way 50, 100 feet through the hallway, through passageway on the right, you do notice that the stone goes from a grimy, slimy, mossy mess and starts to become smooth, polished, and made of marble. The walls of the passageway are adorned with intricate carvings, as we are used to, depicting more scenes of rituals and sacrifices.
Treasure. I can feel it.
So you quickly make your way through this passageway. Upon getting closer, you do notice that you are standing in front of two large double doors. The door is slightly ajar.
Can I make a perception check for sounds?
Yeah,
voices?
sure.
That is going to be an 18.
Awesome. As you tell your party to quiet down so you can get a good listen,
Shut up.
you put your ear to the door. And while it is very large and very thick door, you do hear something. You also hear the sound of water echoing through the chamber.
Yes. Can you actually do that?
What?
Can you actually do that?
Ooh!
Are you guys familiar with the early 2000s film Aquamarine about the mermaids?
Of course.
Of course.
Clear, nor,
Absolutely.
don't go in the water. Of course.
Yeah, someone's familiar.
Or is that H2O?
I was gonna say I didn't quite get it.
I am going to cast Mage Hand, and a little 3-fingered turtle hand is going to fly through, try to get to a gem on the opposite side of the room, and it's going to try to knock down as many gems as possible, creating a loud noise. The objective is to create a loud noise.
Your hand's gonna look for something easy to topple down. Along the corridor, there are table settings, and it's going to knock off one of the
Table
plates.
settings.
Okay, yeah, awesome. As soon as it knocks a plate off, I'm going to open the door a little bit more. So wide enough for me to squeeze through, invisible.
Got it.
While that noise is happening, so that they're distracted by the sound of the plate, so that they don't hear the door open a little bit more.
Amazing.
Got it.
Genius,
Okay,
genius,
cool.
genius.
And the chanting stops. As you open the door,
Same time though.
No,
Ding, 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 ding.
instantaneous.
got it.
So if
You
you could
enter
do
the
both
door.
those sounds at the same time.
Got it.
Perfect.
I actually nailed it. Yeah.
A little quieter on the door, actually. I think it's actually stealthy and really
Quiet.
What I'm imagining is different than
All right, you
that.
guys. And you see a room full of hooded figures. Look towards the noise, and you see
I turn off my light.
the plate go. And settle. As you see them, you notice easily that they are all wearing winged hourglass sigils.
Say no on that. Who's humming? I would say it's a different group. But we got the treasure all to
Yeah.
ourselves, baby. I like how the X was supposed to be when it like technically goes crazy.
Yeah.
I know. I felt the access for like
It's
when
like,
the AI
we want
was
a
like
different
fat.
story.
Yeah, no.
It's like that doesn't work. for
I'm
me.
fighting the AI. Yeah.
Got it. You open the chamber, and you notice that it is a sacred chamber for worship that has, as far as you know, been untouched for centuries. When you enter the chamber, you find yourself in a grand, ancient space filled with more intricate carvings. In the center of the chamber, you notice a large stone altar upon which there are fruits and flowers. Fresh It is surrounded by a pool of clear water that reflects the light of the torches and gives the chamber an ethereal glow.
I walk in.
You still hear the noise.
Do you all hear that? Thank God they're not in this room.
And cast detect magic.
You do see several bits of magic throughout the room. Some behind, in plain sight, at the altar. You see something on the altar that is giving magical energy. You feel something under the altar that's glowing. You see some things that are seemingly in secret compartments that are maybe in the floor.
Oh my god.
There are many magical items.
I'm gonna point out the points on the floor where I detect magic items, and I'm going straight to the altar.
Ding ding
And
ding.
I want to see
following behind.
what kind of magic item this is.
Got it. You do hear
Oh.
as you run.
Uh-oh.
And
Yeah, we're like, religious place? Why don't we just rip it up?
Yeah.
I look down. Did I step on a turtle?
Oh.
uh,
A rapper.
you have not stepped on a turtle. Do an investigation check.
19.
The plate of stone that you're on is around half an inch further down compared to the rest of the floor.
But I haven't stepped off of it yet. I stepped on a trap for sure. I don't want to step off of it. I'll just wait here.
What
Okay.
you stay here for a long time and what? You stay here?
Yeah,
So
get out of the room!
smart,
Get out of the room,
eventually.
everybody! Get out of the room!
No, I think I left. Okay, thank you.
I'm standing right next to you.
Thank you so much. I take I take bubbles. I protect bubbles and I get out.
Take bubbles. So
Okay.
it's only.
I protect Bubbles.
Everyone left me.
No, I'm standing
Except
right next
for-
to you. Yeah, except for your enemy.
Oh my god, beautiful.
And I look
Yes.
disgusted about it. I pick my shit back up and kind of start walking away.
Okay.
I was holding out my hand, and
No, I'm walking away.
Not yet.
alright, and I wait for her to get out of the room, and then I'm gonna step
Stepping
off.
off. Alright. As you step off, you hear a clank!
Oh.
Echoing around the room. Clink, clank, clink, clink, clink. And you start to hear a mechanism turning.
Oh shit.
Several spears whizzing by you. What's your AC?
Wait,
11!
Try to trust.
11.
11? Jeez.
Alright, as 3 spears whiz by you, you duck under the first one. The second one, sadly, makes its way. Does 6 damage to you. Feeling alright at first, you have been stabbed, but quickly you start to feel some stiffness throughout the body.
Oh shit.
Wanting to call out party, you find it difficult to move your limbs, your face, and even your tongue. You are, for all intents and purposes, paralyzed.
Did we hear the...
Yes.
Okay, immediately I would come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do I see that?
Yes.
I run over and I say, stand still. My staff of the herbalist can create remedies for diseases and poisons.
Work.
And so I start to
Sweet.
create remedies for diseases and poisons. The AI does not give me any way that happens.
Cookies?
Oh wait, no, this is just my herbalism kit.
Oh, you want the butt.
So yes, I start taking out my little packages and I start sort of mortar and pestiling some stuff.
Roll a survival check.
Okay, that is going to be a dirty 20.
Okay.
Yes!
Let's go.
Eat this!
So as you get to
Sweet.
work, you know how to create antidotes like the back of your hand. By analyzing the wound, you do think that this poison is a form of ancient medicine that is difficult to create. As you drink it,
Oh.
Oh shit.
you do start to feel slightly better. Your tongue, your face starts to give way. You're able to speak, move your eyes, breathe with deeper breaths, but you can't move.
Oh my god. No. We're not gonna do that. Holy Crypt Keeper, what is
I'm
this?
not leaving you.
This, I think is not a good sign, but
I don't think you're thinking like
No,
yourself.
no.
do not play the matter here, and instead use what capabilities you still have to help. Just because you are
Gee.
paralyzed does not mean you cannot help the ocean and its inhabitants.
Yeah, we've never needed your muscles, we've needed your beautiful voice, and now you have it. Let's go.
Not just a song. It's a weapon.
Okay, can you play the harp with your tongue, you think?
It's in my pocket.
Here.
Actually, I'll take out the harp and hold on with this. How does that sound?
You're playing?
With my tongue.
How's that sound?
Roll a performance check with
Yeah.
disadvantage.
10 plus
Pretty.
14.
14. Oh, you're playing fine. You are a very, very skilled harpist, and while it might not
Isn't
be
there a word
up
for
to
that?
your standards, for any other person who is not a musician, it sounds pretty good.
5'7".
5'7". How big is my octopus?
Thank you.
I moved to
I think you can ride on top of. I kind of pick your body up and I put it on top of Bubbles. Bubbles, if this is too much, just say your life is important to me. That's gonna be a 7.
You place Nessa on Bubbles. You hear a
Stop.
Oh, no, no.
push Nessa off.
Here, I have a wonderfully large shell.
You do.
Slap her on me.
And it's gorgeous, I gotta
Oh
say.
my god, thank you. The mayor said that exploring the ruins gonna fix the drought, right?
Yes, and we get a lot of money for these.
Oh, I forgot about the 100,000 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares about the drought? Let's do it.
No.
But what are we
do
trying
that.
to find? We're just
No.
trying to find an
There's
answer.
an artifact here somewhere.
Personally, I do not care very much about the people on the land. I care mostly about the ocean and
its
its
inhabitants.
inhabitants.
Nessa. You do remember what Mayor Edison was telling you. There is a water elemental that might be responsible for this.
Water elemental. There's a water elemental.
Question. Your face seems to be healed. I do not know why you are talking like you
My
are wounded.
lungs are still paralyzed.
Okay.
I am also
Weird.
gonna...
Weirdo.
Are you still
Weirdo alert.
casting? You do notice that there is a aura of magic on the wall behind the altar.
Shaking, pointing. I can't really do that.
You
can
can't
I?
point.
can't
Tongue,
With
my
tongue.
Tongue,
You
point
could
that tongue.
speak it.
Oh, you want the harp? Is that what it is?
No.
What?
You can't use your words.
Listen.
We're.
You can use your
At
words.
the wall behind the altar, there's something.
Oh.
But you should.
Okay. Behind the altar.
Yeah, let's make waves. Okay. I go over to the altar.
Tell Bubbles to start kind of slapping his tentacles all over that
My
wall.
God.
I'm swinging my trident. You wouldn't believe that all up, down, side to side.
I'm sort of project managing. I'm sort of overseeing.
Well,
the
you're
project.
also carrying.
I'm on your back.
Oh yeah,
on
yeah.
the shell.
So I'm whispering over the shoulder. Can you give us more insight into exactly
Let me
where?
try and tell exactly the school of magic.
The School of Magic is illusion.
Oh, it's not really there. Jump through it.
Okay, and I jump through. I just try to jump through it.
With
Okay, roll a
Nessa on her back.
athletics check.
8.
8. You jump through like this, and
Fuck!
you hit the wall. Luckily,
But I go Nessa first. I'm sorry, Nessa. You said it was an illusion.
No, try again. Do it better.
Okay, I try again.
all
Do it
right.
better this time.
Do it again.
13.
Okay.
Awesome. You take 4 damage this time.
Oh no!
You are just running into this wall.
You were running Nessa
Blood
into the
pouring
wall.
out of my nose.
I
Changing
start
form.
running my hand over the wall and seeing if I can feel anything.
As you run your hands along the wall, you do notice a handle, the feeling of a handle and lock that you cannot see.
I can feel handle, but unfortunately, I cannot open.
Wait,
I spit blood out.
I have a pounding headache, but I do remember there are secret compartments all over. There's magic items in here. Maybe the keys in this room.
Can you point us where the magic items are, Nessa?
Turn me around.
Oh, I'm still invisible.
Well,
So
you're, like, floating.
it's just her.
Yeah.
You see at the center of the room there's a pedestal that is glowing. You see that in the corner of the room there is seemingly a shield that is glowing. On a smaller pedestal next to the main pedestal there's also a very small glowing aura. And you also notice that under a piece of stone in the corner of the room, there's an aura as well.
Oh, which one?
Under the stone!
Under
That's
the
where I
s-
put my key.
I start hopping.
I'm gonna go to the pedestal and kind of flip those open and
Amazing.
over and
I
see.
wanted to go to the shield.
Iguanilda, as you approach the shield in the corner, it looks like a pretty average shield. It's made of metal, which is uncommon for such old societies to have been able to smelt.
I'm just gonna go grab it confidently. Yeah.
You do feel, as you pick it up, a feeling of movement, of flow, of water. You feel strong, you feel protected.
Oh.
And you get the sense that not only will this shield add +1 to your AC,
Let's go.
it has a more powerful property, which you cannot tell what it is right now. You would have to spend time attuning to it to figure that out. Okay, so you're approaching the pedestals of the 2 items.
Can anyone tell me what a pedestal is?
Like a little
Like
stool
a
kind of?
square that like
Raised
holds something.
Like a pillar that
Okay.
something sits upon.
Okay, then that's exactly what I was picturing. And,
so there's
and you guys are idiots for having to ask something like that.
Upon which, on the smaller one, there is a small ring, and on the larger one, there's a sword.
I would just take the ring and take the sword and kind of see what I feel.
Got it. What is your alignment?
I love that question.
Oh no.
Neutral good, let me just tell you.
As these items are removed, you do see a new, faint pulsing aura of evocation magic that has begun since being moved.
Trap.
It's a very faint blue color,
Okay,
and it pulses every few seconds.
Coming
Where's
from
it coming
where?
from?
The aura is stronger on the sword than it is on the ring.
Excuse me. Well, be my voice. The sword.
The sword, the ring.
Traps.
They're traps.
They're sending
They're
our
setting up
location.
the location.
There is something.
Something.
I don't
know
know exactly
what
which,
exactly it is,
but I know that
know
it's
what
pulsing in
pulsing in some way.
As you pick up the sword, you immediately see and feel a flash of energy go right in front of you.
Oh my god.
And you take 10 radiant damage.
Drop it.
You get the sense that in order for one to wield this sword, you have to be even more good than you are.
Wait,
It will
Lawful
not
good,
accept.
maybe.
Bubbles.
Bubbles, can I ask Bubbles?
You could ask Bubbles, yeah.
If anyone is lawful.
Yeah, come on, lawful good.
Come
Definitely
on.
lawful to
Come
you.
on.
Here's
Wield the
what
sword.
it has
Broken.
to say. As an animal, Bubbles does not have an alignment in the
It's the
traditional
same
sense,
answer.
but rather, its behavior would align with the values and morals of its owner.
Ditch the sword. I haven't even looked under this rock, and I think I might find the key.
Throw
This
out of
rock could
this.
be very good.
Check the rock out.
I pick it up.
You pick up the rock, and underneath this slab
Come on.
is a wooden chest.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hidden in plain sight, there's another keyhole. And
Oh.
you
Damn
have to have a key to open this chest.
God.
I am going to
Break it open.
yeah. I'm going to cast Mage Hand again. Have the Mage Hand bring the box all the way up to the top of this entire dome and throw it all the way down on the ground. Natural 20. Whoa! As it starts to fall, and I don't know if it opens or not, but as it starts to fall, you guys see my eyes start to roll into the back of my head. My pupils becoming pure white. And my turtle form starts to become a purple dragon almost.
Oh my god.
As I go, break!
Oh my god.
And I try to make it break by sending these dead vines up to cut it in half.
My
All right.
God.
You do so. Your vines meet this
Whoa.
halfway.
Let me just say.
Wow.
Oh.
And unsure if they're going to break, you are elated to hear breaks apart into fewer pieces than you might expect. You do get the sense that this was a magically imbued chest resistant to physical damage.
Wow.
But
But you
with
did magic.
the help of your magic and with a critical
Wow.
success,
Oh!
you shatter into many pieces.
Oh
this
wow,
chest.
yippee!
And
Then I
you
go over to it.
hear
I'm gonna
as
run over
something
and grab it.
Dinner plate.
falls out of this chest.
I'm gonna run over and grab it.
All right. You notice that it is the glowing thing from inside of the chest.
Glowing.
Glowing.
Close in the door.
Close the door. Thank you.
I
it's been through
have
Mama.
something interesting that has happened.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Too many requests in 1 hour. Try again later. Roadblock. Unfortunately, we've reached our maximum of number of requests that we can get from ChatGPT in 1 hour. Meaning we can no longer go on right now. So, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna see you guys in episode 2, which will be released.
At a later date.
Yeah. Let's end just with some thoughts real quick. What do we think of this so far?
My thought is, frankly, so far when we started, when I did my character creation, when we were kind of talking, Jack and I kind of talking like world building, I was like, AI can run a D&D campaign. And that now I'm like, okay, AI goes to sleep at 11:14 p.m. EST.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Unlike some of us.
ultimately,
For
her
sure,
creativity
for sure.
is limited. Her creativity caps out at about an hour.
But the content she was building, I was having a blast. It didn't feel personally
Same.
like
Definitely.
very different to me than a normal D&D
No.
campaign,
Yeah.
especially when partnered with a human.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
that's what I
that's
was
right.
saying.
I think Jack is doing a lot of like
Lifting.
padding and heavy lifting with it and making it very palatable for us. And it's like, I don't know. I feel largely DM'd by Jack in an amazing way.
Yeah.
And I think that
Good.
it's like it,
And we don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, honestly.
But I think so.
maybe
Yeah.
even a
I think
single word
it's
has
really
would
fun to have a
say-
jumping off point. You know,
Definitely.
Definitely 50-50, I would say. Like, a lot of it is me trying to make things quicker. Based on, it gives a lot of options about things. I often tell it to just pick something, and that's what I give. And the descriptions are often, obviously you can see me, I'm reading a lot of the
Yeah,
descriptions.
yeah, right.
I would say it's definitely largely guided by this. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
it'll give 3 pathways to go down, and I will tell it,
Really?
I will ask it what's down pathway on the right, and it'll tell me.
Wow.
That's cool.
And all of the magical items you've
That
come
is like a
upon are
text-based
the AI.
adventure.
and-
That's what I was
yeah.
saying. Like, it feels very similar to me to like a D&D book in a way.
Yeah.
That it's like you have the source material that you're like using to kind of guideline you, but the DM uses their creativity to like create.
It's also like
The
solo
world.
RPGs on like MS DOS where it's like I go down path right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, all of the, like, yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, all the people you meet aren't really AI.
Right.
And none of the, like, voices or anything like that. I'm sure I could get that if I spent the time asking it, but yeah. I mean, but it's a lot of the actual logistical stuff is the AI.
As a player, it feels quite 50-50. Like, prepping today and, like, earlier this week when we were looking at doing this one-shot was like, a lot easier because it was just like, make me a character, blah, blah, blah. You know, it was like,
Yeah.
it really did provide like almost 50% of the work, but then
Totally.
it did have to do some work.
It felt crazy to start where I was like, I did nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we have been testing if AI runs this for us, right? But I feel
And it
like
can.
and it can, but I think that if you were using this as a tool in a regular DM
Yeah.
setting, you would probably be like, "Oh, that comes up with such an amazing idea in my head. I'm gonna tell it like, yes, and this
Right,
person is a
right.
secret assassin, blah 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 blah,"
Yeah.
and then it would
Yeah.
build off
Totally.
of your ideas as well.
We're
right?
pushing it.
I
to
also have a
limits.
question of like if you did it a bunch with like if you kept running for your friends a bunch of adventures with it, if you would be like, and this is the third time that we are at a crossroads and there's three
yeah.
hallways
Right.
to go down.
Yeah.
This one has the temple, and then
Absolutely.
the next one is like, yeah, man, the crossroads.
Yes.
Yeah,
So there you have it. Can AI DM well enough?
Well enough.
Maybe
and
we'll find out in part 2.
We'll find out in part
I'm
2
excited to,
whether or
like,
not it can
battle a
really
little
wrap
bit
it up.
I
and
know.
see. Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We usually do content live every Thursday, 7 p.m., where you guys get to vote on what happens with much more experienced DMs who are not using AI and have really fun adventures. Check out our new adventure next week, run by Eric.
Campaign 3.
Campaign 3.
Oh, so soon.
And hopefully we will see you guys in part 2 of our AI Dungeon Master experiment. Bye!
Bye.
Oh, subscribe and hit the bell.
Hit the bell.
Bye.
Like, comment.